here with a quick layout. I have 50 minutes to get this layout done. If not, I'll get it done when I get back. But this is a page kit that I had put together for my crop. I ended up, some of it says it's kind of girly, but I'll just kind of remove it because I really like the colors. This is a picture of Mason's little ATV we bought him. It's just like a kid's one. We bought that for him when he was 3, and he absolutely loves it. He was over again last weekend and he just drove it around all weekend. So I just want to document that when we got it. And it wasn't just us. It was my daughter's boyfriend chipped in on it, and she paid some on it, and we paid some on it because they're not, those things aren't cheap. Although we did get it on sale, which was pretty amazing. But so it was 3 of us that chipped in on it, so to make it more sort of affordable for everybody. And I had a few questions about these stickers. I used them on another layout. I think it was maybe my last layout. And they're from Dear Lizzie. They're called Treasure, and they're aqua, and they're kind of glittery. I don't know with the package on if you can kind of see the, they're kind of, it's like a white, almost sugar. That's what it looks like. They're super pretty, and they kind of have a little font in the back, like printing, not font, but printing in the back. So they're super cute. They're probably my new favorite right now. I've had this forever. I don't know if they put years on these. Let's see if there's a year. Oof. If there is, I cannot see it. I can't see the year, but that's what it's called. So I don't know if you can still find it. It's Dear Lizzie Treasure. They're super cute. So I'm going to be using this for this layout. Don't know what my title is going to be yet, but I had this in there because remember, I choose my stuff without knowing what the picture is, and it has a little camper there. So what I can do, and it's just like a strip, and that's the branding strip. It's from Amy Tangerine, Oh Happy Life. So I can just cut that off. But what I can do is I can just cut this off and just use it as part of just part of it, and just cut that off. So that's what might be what I do. This I'll probably won't use. Beautiful. This has kind of houses on it, so I might use it because he does drive it at our house. There's Amazing, there's Wonderful, and then there's this, and these are all DIYs that I made myself, these 3 here. So I probably won't use them, all 3 of them, but I'll use some of them. And then there's labels, and then there's this that says Girl, which I probably won't use. That's okay, but this is perfect. Explorers, because he does kind of go on a little explore the, you know, our property and stuff. And then this is the same paper. I just want to use one as a background, and the other one I kind of cut it kind of wonky, so I probably straighten that out. But that's also from Oh Happy Life, Amy Tangerine. So there's probably like not enough embellishments like to finish my clusters, but I was unpacking some more of my stuff. Boxes. I'm coming down to the end, people. I'm coming down to the end, and what I mean by that is I probably still have like 30 boxes, which sounds like a lot, but I had so many because I divided it, you know, because scrapbooking is heavy, so a lot of them is small box, and I didn't take the time to separate everything when I was packing because I had so much to do. So now when I'm unpacking, I'm literally like, sometimes it's in a big baggie like this, and it'll be like all pens and glues, and it's just in a big baggie. So I go through it and I separate and I find a home for each piece. So it does take me a long time. So I usually only do like, you know, 1 or 2 boxes, and then I'm like, I'm so done. But the majority of my stuff is put away, so it's okay even if I have just a little bit left. I'll make it work. Okay, so I can, you know, go through this and see if there's anything in there that I might want to use. Ooh. I want to use that. So what I'm doing is, if every time I go through something, and sometimes I'll have just a little bag and it's just left over from a page or whatever, I just stick it in this and I put it on my desk. And actually, before I went to the crop, I went through that and made a whole bunch of these page kits with it. And then I also have this that's on my desk. I'm not going to take anything else, but I'll go through this and see if there's anything in here that I can use. But we'll just get started. I have 50 minutes. Let's see how many things I can get done, how much of it I can get done before I have to go. Mason is swimming this morning, so we're going to go see him swimming. Last week, this is how my brain is just, oh, so bad lately. Last week, I was home, never even thought of it. Like, it was the last day before I went to work, and I just was doing a bunch of, you know, I washed all the floors and I did the bathrooms. And anyway, the next morning I go to work and people said, what time do you want your lunch? And I said, oh, I'll take 10:30 because I have to go. And I went, oh, today is Thursday. I missed his swimming yesterday. I couldn't believe it. And the worst thing is, my husband forgot too. Usually one of us will remind the other, but both of us forgot. So the poor thing, he kept looking up into the stands, and we weren't there. And I've only ever missed one other one, and it's because I had training and I couldn't get out of it. I had to go to my training. You know, they're mandatory and you have to go. So it's like work, right? And we didn't have an hour lunch. All we had was like, I don't know, I think we had 15 minutes because it was only a 4 or 5 hour thing, but it was running right into his swimming. So I'm drinking my coffee, sorry. If I want to get it drink before I leave, I better take some gulps once in a while. So this was, this page kit, I think a lot of it was leftovers, so that's kind of fun to use leftovers. I think I'm going to use maybe some of this just for clusters. Okay, oh, and I like this too. This was put in there so I can... Okay, let's see if I can find an ink to ink the edges. Let's go with Evergreen. So the last time I did a real-time video, I was telling you guys about these that I put up on my wall. So I have pretty much all my Stampin' Up! Inks. I have a few left because I mean they're still here, they're not hanging up. So I'm going to put this for my inks. Now I've noticed that if you put two, I mean it's going to cost a little bit more, but if you put only one of them, it doesn't fit the Stampin' Up! Stamps very well, they fall. But if you put two close enough together, like not close but close enough, like maybe this far apart, then these will fit. Like if there's one here and one here, these will fit and they won't fall. And I have nowhere to put these but my walls. I have spaces on my walls, so I'm going to get a few more of these and put my stamp sets where I can, you know, use them. So these are great. I got these on Amazon. They're called Media Sticks, and they also fit my Close to My Heart inks. Yay! And somebody else said that it maybe fits the Distress inks, like the Tim Holtz, like the bigger ones of these. But I don't know. I'll see. If they do, I'll put those on the wall too. If they don't, I'll just keep them where they are. But I was so happy that I have my Close to My Heart inks all up and most of my Stampin' Up! So those are, you know, instead of putting it all in a drawer that you can't see them anyway because you have to dig, now they're all sitting side by side, and yay, easy to find. Now, I said in the last video that there was going to be, I had some news, some big changes coming up, and everybody knows that works, so I can say it now. I'm going down to part-time. I have a month left, a month and a half full-time. Month and a half, yeah, because my last full-time shift is June 29th. And it's just time. Love my job, love my job. I'm not ready to like retire, and this is not like retirement because I still, you know, have to work or whatever, but it's going to give me time to do what I've been wanting to do for ages, which is do stuff, well, pretty much full-time here on YouTube, right? And concentrate on more classes, and I have so many things planned. Like I said, this has been a lifelong dream to do this on, well, yes, lifelong, just not on the internet, because when I started scrapbooking, internet wasn't a very big thing. Computers weren't a very big thing, but I'm just so excited to jump into the next phase, I guess, of my life. So that's going to be fun. I probably won't do like the room tour and all that stuff till now, probably July, because then I'm gonna have tons of time, and I'm gonna jump in, as they say. Like until then, I'm still working full time, and you know, like this past week I worked 60 hours in 5 days, so it was like 5-day shifts in a row. So yesterday I was dead. I'm seeing my doctor on Thursday, because I'm not feeling, I'm just gonna say I'm not feeling myself. I'm dizzy all the time, and just not feeling well, and so I'm gonna go for a checkup and having a drink of coffee again, sorry, and just, you know, making sure that and another thing I'm going to do is, you know, start exercising and all that stuff to kind of get healthy again. And I love my job, so I couldn't just walk away. But I have to say, it's a job that's really, really hard on the head. I've been there 10.5 years, so it's starting to take its toll, we'll just say. So there's we've had a lot of changes, and you know, some of them are really good changes, but I'm going to be 51 in a week, and a lot of the changes creates a lot of stress, new ways to do stuff, and I'm okay with change, but when, you know, it's a lot of changes in very short times, it creates a lot of stress. So anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy about it. And it's going to start like right in the summer. So yay, our summers aren't long here, so it's going to be nice. I'm still going to do, you know, I'm still going to work, just not 4 days on, 5 days off. So I'll have a little bit, and I think that's what I need right now. I just need a little bit more time in between the shifts to kind of let my body recoup. Because I was doing all nights, and I did that because I was trying to make it so that my body was just doing the same thing and not flip-flopping. But the problem with all nights was, in my regular life, when I wasn't working, it was hard to flip back to days. So I did that for 14 months. I did it for a long time. And it was getting to the point like I wasn't sleeping anymore and all this stuff. So then I changed to all days, and I've been doing that. By the time I'll be done, it'll be 9 months. Now I have to say, all days, it's much better on the body, but it's so much more busy that it's really hard on the head. So it's hard emotionally because it's so busy. And so now I'm going down to part-time, and I'm going to concentrate on, like I said, this a whole lot more. I so enjoy being on YouTube and offering classes, and I know I haven't done anything in like a year, and that's because of the struggle was real. The struggle was real. And but I'm looking forward to the next phase. I'm so happy. But now to this layout. So, you know, be looking out for that. There's going to be tons of changes. Hopefully you'll enjoy them. But there's going to be tons of changes on here. Way more uploads, right? And I have tons of plans, tons and tons of plans. But anyway, I cut this down so that it was straight. I just cut this in half so that it was just, it looks like it's all the way down, but it's just two little pieces. Now this had, oh, I hate the hole in the middle, but it had the hole. So I just cut it down, and then I can use it in two spots anyway. So maybe I can do a cluster here, or maybe I can do the journaling there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I can do a cluster up here. Maybe I can do the title there. I don't know. Let's cut this down. It's a piece of paper. If I don't use it on this, I'll use it on something else, and it's not a big deal. Now I've put my timer to make sure that I don't miss Mason swimming this week, because, you know, you get into your scrapbooking and you can't, time kind of flies. You kind of forget time. Kind of like that. It kind of connects it to the side. I don't know if you can hear there, but my load of laundry's done. Never ends, right? Yeah, so I guess my doctor's appointment's tomorrow, so. There. Yeah, I'm just not sleeping very well again, and so. Like last night, I must have woken up, I don't know, 10 times. And you're so exhausted by the morning because, you know, you're not getting sleep. So, and it happens to me when I work too. So I'll get up at like 1:30, and then I'm up for the day. So then I go and I do my 12-hour shift after only slept like 3 hours. So too much, too old for this. I have to say the number of people that are above 10 years are very, very, very few. I think there's 6 or 7 of us. That's it. Yeah, 6 or 7 of us. That's it. It's not a lot. Okay. See if I can use one of these. Like I said, I didn't pull too many embellishments for this. I feel this is kind of big. Like either I use, like it would fit okay here, but I think I like the amazing more. one thing I got, I want to show you. I think I'm going to do a little video about them, just to talk about them. The Alphabet Alignment Guides by American Craft. So I'm going to use this one because it's, but I'll do a little video on them just to show you how many there is. And I don't even know what I want. Maybe my bike or something. It's not a very big title. Well, let me see. Love my bike. I don't know if that's going to fit. Maybe it's going to be too big now. I think it'll be okay. And this I'm going to talk about on this page when Josh was a kid. I was so afraid of motorcycles and that kind of stuff that we never did. We had an opportunity to get him something like that when he was young, and we didn't because of my fear of him loving bikes and then wanting a motorbike and then getting hurt, and we never did. And now, you know, Josh is such a homebody, and I wish that my fear wouldn't have interfered with, because he was outdoor junkie, you know, like he was always outside, and I know he would have loved something like this, and because of my fear, he didn't get one. So I don't want to do that to Mason, and I totally know it's because of where I work, right? The things that we hear and everything, but I need not to hang on to that. It's like my fear, and this is, I mean, kind of, I laugh, but my fear of sharks is so bad that I had to not show it to my kids, because I wouldn't even go into, you know, the water here. And I mean, we're where it's really cold, you know what I mean? Like, so, but the fear of bikes, I never did get over it. And it might have been because when I was 16, I ended up smashing my brother's friend's motorbike into a car, and I broke my shoulder. So it might have been that, and it was on my birthday. It was on my 16th birthday. Yep. So that might have had something to do with it, but like I said, I need to let it go. Mason so enjoys his little bike, his little ATV. I have to say, when I'm outside, I'm like, be careful, slow down. I'm still the mother hen, but at least I'm letting him, I'm gonna try and fishtail this and see if I like it. If not, I'll just cut it straight again. At least he's has one, and he does use it, so I've let go of my fear that way. We're hoping, we were hoping to be able to get an ATV for us, but you know, they're not cheap, so we'll just have to wait. Because I was hoping to get 2 of them, and then, you know, now go out on Saturdays because my son is older now and it'd be a fun thing to do. So hopefully in the next year or so we can do that. Okay, where are my little scissors? So Mason's had his for, this will be his second summer, and he absolutely loves it. So that's kind of fun. We have pretty big space for him to be able to drive it around. And my sister-in-law lives 2 houses down, and we live on a back road. Like we live, well, that's not necessarily true, but we lived at the intersection of a very busy road and then a side road that's not as busy, still busier than what we thought. Like we were surprised how busy it was, but it's still not too busy. And so they went over to my sister-in-law's house, and he let him drive his little bike there on the side, almost like on the grass all the way there. He's old enough now that he knows, like, you can't do that on your own, and we don't let him go outside by himself anyways. So okay. What I like is you can just, oh, this one came because I wasn't holding it, but basically once you've decided, you just slap her down. And they have different ones than just straight ones too. So I'll do a small video just kind of talking about them. Okay, now I need something for the cluster there. Like I said, I didn't take too many things out for this. I don't even know if there's anything in here. These are just leftovers. Let's try in here. If not, I can wait till I come back from his swimming, and then I'll just go look through my stuff and just try to find more things to put. I know I want little words, that's for sure, because I have one word there. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll go to Mason swimming right now, and then I'll come back and then just find stuff to put in that cluster here, and then I gotta find a spot to put one more cluster. So this is kind of a giant, it's kind of connected, so I'm okay with that. And then I gotta find a spot to do maybe a little bit of journaling, and a spot to put the rest of this. I don't know where I put that, but I'll find it. Maybe I'll put it up here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I'll put that up here somewhere just to kind of connect it. And then I'll finish the cluster here, find something round, and then I'll do a cluster somewhere else. So I'll be back. To Mason's swing class and back, and now it's nighttime. It's like 8 o'clock and I got nothing else done, so I thought I'd try to finish this off before I go to bed. Mason is here for the night. When we went to a swimming class, he wanted to come over, so I told him he could come over after supper. So he's staying here for the night, and I'm watching him in the morning because his mom has an appointment. And before I went through one of these packages, and it's, oh my, what is it? Cute Kid from Echo Park, I think. It's one of the latest collections. I did cut out the branding strip. It's in here somewhere. And I just like that. So I grabbed a few things. Then I also grabbed a few things from in here, which that's just random. There was some butterflies, black arrow. I don't know if I'll use it. Then there's yay. There's some gold butterflies. There's one that says cool kid. So I thought maybe I could use that somewhere. I had left my little distress ink open all afternoon, like the whole time I was gone. But thankfully, I have re-inkers for all of those, so I just re-inked it. Because I'm sure it was dry, because it's stinking hot outside, like stinking hot. And so I'm sure it was all dried up, or pretty close to, or wasn't as, you know, juicy as it was before, so just re-inked it. So I'm going to use that branding strip again. There's a little bit left, so I think I'm going to do like a third cluster somewhere. Not too sure where. If you can hear the dog, it's because Mason is outside and he wants to go, but it's been raining for days and days and days and days and days and days, like almost 2 weeks. So everything is like so muddy. So if he goes out there to go, he's gonna be like, the other night he came in and his paws were like, oh, it was so disgusting. So it's like, okay, I've already had to deal with that once already, because Mason was here pretty much all weekend. He was here yeah, pretty much all weekend. Friday night, Saturday night, he went home Sunday afternoon. So so I like these butterflies, but some of them are so big. I just wish they were all little. So my third cluster, where am I going to put it? I like this. I want to bring some, I didn't mind if I brought in some different colors. Like I have red here, but there's red in the letters, so that was okay. Thought maybe I could start like a third cluster using this, or I can just leave that and just put some red enamel dots or something. That's just for the journaling, so I'm okay with that. I want to put that little butterfly there. Maybe do another little cluster. One here, and maybe one up here. Where is that little strip? Maybe. Let's ink that. There we go. So you might hear Mason outside. He's outside with his pappy, playing with his ATV. So I thought I'd work on this until they come in, which I believe they might be coming in, so might be stopping the recording. I wish I could make this smaller. Wonder if I just take my pencil and kind of go trace on the inside. I don't know how it'll look. It looks a little wonky to me, but let's see. It's too big anyway, so. Yeah, if you can hear, that's him. That's them coming in the garage door. It's right underneath my room. Oof, that's, oh, let's finish it. I was gonna say that's ugly, but they went in the garage to get is they must have put it. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. That's ugly. That was a fail. That's okay. Oh, you know what I could do? Duh. I could trace that one in there. Is it too big? Yeah. I want it 3. Just find that so big. It's too big for down here. Might be okay for there. I like this little one for here, and then here I'll just find another little butterfly in another color or something. Maybe I can put that little heart in gold there. I can find something else in gold. Where are my enamel dots? Oh, there they are. I've been keeping them, well, some of them, in this thing because when I went to crops, it was just easier to bring, and I just never took them out. So let's see what color. See, there's little hearts here in gold, so I can. Wish there was little butterflies in gold. I don't think I have little butterflies in gold. I'm sure I have gold paper somewhere and I could punch out and all that good stuff, but kind of not in the mood to do that. So I'll just use this. He's right outside my window there, so I can hear him. I'm sure you can too. I'm sure he's going to need a good bath when he comes in, because they're working on the, also working on, you know, the lawn and stuff, like getting it ready to seed and stuff. So I'm sure he's going to be nice and muddy. This I'm going to put. Last time I did, last Friday I guess, I did a scrap and chat. I mentioned that we want to watch This Is Us, and we were having a hard time finding it, and my husband found it on Hulu, and then I just got a someone on YouTube said that they watched it on Hulu too, so we're going to start watching it. I'm excited because it looks like a good show. Everybody raves about it, so can't wait. We watch Chicago PD and Chicago Fire, and last night was the season finale of Chicago Fire, and I was like, no. We have to wait till like September, October to find out what happens. That is so uncool. So yeah, was a little upset last night. But it is what it is. That show is so good. It's one of our favorites. Whenever we, we watch, look for something to watch, and if there's a Chicago Fire, we're like, okay, that one. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or but. We just watch it. Oh, okay. Mason just came in, so I'll probably need to. Oh, he went out again. I was gonna have to stop the recording because He's a little loud. So I'm going to do the journaling here. Oh, and then in all that stuff, I had found a number 3. There it is. And it's the same color, which is perfect. That's because we got this for his 3rd birthday. So let's see where I could put this number 3. I'm going to put it somewhere. Hopefully it fits somewhere. I like it there. It kind of finishes that cluster, even if it hangs off a little bit. I'm okay with that. Let me get my... Can't believe I did a whole layout without even using any of this. My fine line, which, oops, shoot. In there I put Scrapbook. What's it called? That stuff. Quick dry adhesive from Scotch. This is an older bottle. I guess now they're a little different, but I have quite a few of them, so I don't have to buy any for probably a few years. Hopefully they don't go bad before I use them, but I don't think so. I go through them pretty quickly. I just bought like, I don't know, 8 bottles or something, because every time I went, when I ran out, they never had any in stock. So the next time they did, I just kept going back and using a coupon and bought a whole bunch, and went with my whole family and bought a whole bunch. So now I got tons. And I think as long as you don't open them, they're good. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape in behind so they don't get crushed. There. That's fine. Now, should I make some splatters? Probably with dark blue. I got Heidi Swap Navy. And that's going to complete this layout. Been keeping my layouts super simple, just using some embellishments and just kind of getting the layouts done and in my scrapbooks. Very soon I'm going to have a whole bunch of more time, right, to get things done. So I'll be doing different things and I can't wait. But until then, we're probably going to keep it. Oh, I got ink all over his photo. There we go. We'll probably keep it nice and just use the page kits that I got done. And so today is May 17th. Hopefully I'll put this up tomorrow. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.